Hey, so a lot of people don't like me. A lot of what people want to see me hurt. Um, they uh, they don't like something I've done, something I've said, something I stand for, um, and they don't like that I'm okay with what I've said, with what I've done, and with what I stand for. Um, Not saying everything I've done I have done wrong um, at times in my life, but the things that most people are pissed off at me about these days, in my view, aren't wrongs that I've done, but rights that I've done that I simply haven't been given an opportunity to explain. Uh, I've got a lot of videos, um, but there's a lot that goes on, and there's a lot of nuance in a lot of the decisions that I make. I have to use a lot of discretion everywhere that I go because I know that there's people all around me who, at the first opportunity they have to hurt me, they will do it. So I got to be real careful about what I say, when I say it, and who I say it to. Um, yeah, you can try to hurt me, but I don't feel like you're going to win the war because I'm backed up by many, many things, depending on what we're talking about. Um, I'm backed up economically better than most. I'm backed up, in my view, by God and by goodness because that's what I work for today. Um, I'm backed up by reality in that if you're hoping for the government to hurt me, um, well, your government's gonna have some problems financing its bills that haven't been addressed and that you cannot address. It's too far past the point of being addressed. And civilization in the West will collapse, unrest will take over, famine will take over. Uh, the way out is nuanced, it's real complicated. There's a lot to think about, and that's what my book's about. So, unless you're going to copy my book, you're not going to come up with a solution because you don't have the years that you would need to do that. You got to start with what I wrote. Yeah, I'm still waiting for some fans. My last video for the first 2 days got 0 views. Then somehow it magically went to 60. It seems like it's still there. I got 0 comments, so apparently none of the people who watched it had anything to say about anything I said. I got 1 like, so we'll see how this one does. You know, I'm too smart, man. I mean, if you're trying to hurt me at the poker table, you're not going to hurt me because I understand the number one rule of gambling, which is to not gamble with something you're not willing to lose. I seek to avoid the death of my body so I can carry out my compassionate mission on this planet. But I don't fear that death because I believe in God, because I believe in goodness, and because I believe in an afterlife. Um, I believe I'll go to a better place if this body dies. You know, my kids um, are a concern for me. I want to be here for them. I want to take care of them. And there are many people suffering on this planet uh, who don't deserve to suffer in the ways that they are suffering. I would like to alleviate their suffering. My book can alleviate suffering for even the people I really um, don't feel real warm towards. Um, that's great because compassion is an ideal that I try to uphold even when I don't feel it in my heart. I talk about that in my book too. Unfortunately, I haven't made a lot of progress on my novel. I've been focusing on other things. I only have so many hours in the day. I think I need to prioritize it more, which means I need to find myself spending more time at home, which means I need to cut some things out that I've been doing. Think I'll still play poker tournaments. I might do one more cash game tomorrow. Just get it out my system kind of thing. But I mean, I played heads up on Sunday against a real good player where I felt like this is crazy, right? I mean, this is, heads up, someone's going to have an edge, and it ain't going to take that long for that edge to play out because you just play a lot of hands real fast heads up, and the edges tend to be bigger. But we're the guys who hold the game together, so I don't know. I guess he does more than me because I'm not there as much. It's just slim pickings, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, they always talk about the rich. I'm like, where are these people? Are there still rich? Are there still like people who are doing well out there? I mean, it seems like you can't sell houses. I don't know. I guess they've made a lot of money maybe at some point. The stock market's done pretty well. So maybe there's still some rich people out there. So maybe there's a market to get some people into that poker room. We can just start, creating a bit warmer of an environment for people to step into. So, most of my life right now is real hellish. Most things I do, I don't enjoy. I have very brief moments of levity, very brief moments of feeling okay. And, I know there's things I can do that can help me feel better. Um, it's just, I got these responsibilities and, I got these dreams, I got these things I want to accomplish that aren't like the most fun, the most uh, enjoyable things to do. So I suffer. I suffer, but at least I'm suffering for a dream of a better future for myself. I want to create a better future for this world. That's what my book's all about. That's what my novel will be all about if I ever finish it. Um, but I also want to know joy, of course, right? I mean, who doesn't, right? To deny oneself and one's own desire for joy is awful. I mean, I've done good in my life too. And if I were God, I would feel like I wanted good things for good people, and I've become a good person. So to me, including my own fulfillment as part of my objectives is an act of service to God and to goodness beyond just my own fulfillment. Um, I talk about these concepts in my book too. I talk about a lot in my book. I think I present some pretty profound ideas in my book. So it seems as though things are someone said it earlier, like getting ready to boil over, something like that. And I mean, I've been feeling that in my personal life. I've becoming I'm becoming less restrained in some of my dialogue. Like I said, I use discretion, but I'm lifting some boundaries, I guess you could say. I'm becoming more expressive and ultimately that could mean making some real heavy statements that might take people aback. Because I don't deserve cruelty. And if I feel like someone's trying to hurt me, that's a real problem for me. That indicates to me that this person is a problem that I need to deal with, you know? And part of dealing with problems is addressing them. some people may be getting addressed real fucking soon, man. Because I don't fucking need it. And I don't need anything that that person can give me. So, just something to keep in mind if you're someone who thinks it's cute to try to hurt me. And frankly, if you think it's cute to try to hurt anyone, in my mind, you are a problem. You know, I go on Blue Sky, I go on YouTube, I get these different perspectives, but the one thing all of them seem to have in common is they're focused on how much they want to make them other people suffer. That's a problem for me, because I work for compassion, which is antithetical to trying to hurt other people for the sake of hurting them. There are times when a sacrifice is justified. I talk about that in my book. I use the example of Jesus Christ on the cross. I think I give you another example too. When someone is sacrificed, it should be for the sake of a greater good and not because we want that person to suffer. And frankly, even if you want someone to suffer, you should still serve fucking good. Because depending who you are, you know, compassion should be a fucking objective, right? I mean, I talk about this in my book. I talk about all these religions. Jesus, love thy neighbor, right? It talks about compassion. It's an ideal, a spiritual, something we should seek in Islam, you know, in Buddhism, in all these different religions, in Sikhism. This ideal should be binding people together, but instead all I hear is, oh, this person needs to be in prison. These people need to be in prison. This guy needs to lose his job. This guy needs to lose his job. This guy needs his kids taken away. You know, all it is this person needs to be hurt. This person needs to be fucking hurt. And then people wonder why the world's such a pile of fucking shit, man. And now people are out here trying to hurt me. And that's an even bigger fucking problem for me. So go the fuck ahead, you fucking piece of shit. But know this. I will fucking remember, and I will do whatever the fuck I can to hurt you the fuck back. Not because that's my ultimate objective, but because that is a worthy sacrifice.